Coach Angel. Wait lang. My computer is not cooperating. So while it's still, adjusting, I just want to share a quick win because it's my first time. It's my first time to wait. There's something wrong. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the spotlight, Coach Angel. I want to share a quick win because it's my first time to cook beef salticao. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. it's actually one of the staple recipes of my mom. So she taught it to me. So ayun. And I'm happy. I'm happy they love it. Okay. So hindi pa rin nag-aayos. Ayun. Okay. So it's I'm recording now. Okay. Hello everyone. How are you guys? How are you? Let me know in the chat if you did your assignment. You had 2 assignments. Yung mga hindi pa naka-complete ng 10-year goal nila. 12 months, 3 months. 5 years. 12 months, 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, and 10 years. How many of you already finished that? Type me in the chat. And ayun. And for those na yung second na assignment pala, we have the third person point of view for us to be self-aware. Because for you to be self-aware, you need to go out of there, di ba? Ayun, guilty as charged. It's okay, it's okay. It's okay, it's okay. So, we have time, but I would suggest na, it's best talaga na to really implement para sabay-sabay tayo. But I love it. I love the honesty, and I find it that this family is really genuine. Puso naman. Pakipuso. Magre-react akong puso. Puso. Okay. Thank you, guys. How many of you are ready to learn a lot tonight? Type me in the chat. Okay. And how many of you are committed to give your 110% sa ating participation? Type yes. Because tonight, this is one of the most, how shall I say this? This is one of the most requested topics every time, because this is really rampant, especially today. We have COVID, we have wars there, and may war sa Israel, we have vaccine, tawag dito, of course there's shortage because hindi pa talaga nako-complete. So with health stress, health dangers as well. Ayun. So of course naman kung ano pag-uusapan natin. Ano ba? Kindly put it in the chat. Ano yung topic natin for tonight? Let me know. Oh, okay. Sige. Eat well. Wait lang. As of now, nagloloko siya. It's not, I cannot share my screen. Oh, okay. Okay na pala. So, our topic is coping with stress. Understanding the brain to cope with stress. If you're gonna ask me, why do I have to understand the brain? Maybe I can just cope with stress even if without understanding the brain. How many of you has that question? Bakit ba do I need to understand the brain to cope with stress? Ayun. Oh, wow. Perfect. Miss Pinky. Love it. So, how many? Sa iba ba? Why do you think? Okay. So actually, I will tell you the reason why later. But as of now, I have questions. Ito. What is stress? Like in one sentence, how do you define stress? I'll give you like 30 seconds. Just what comes to your mind first. What is stress? Okay. Do you have your journals with you? And since this is live, I would encourage you guys to participate in the chat box. Ayun. For those who are watching this in the replay, answer write in your journal. Okay. Something I don't like to do yet. Wait, something I don't like to do yet. Need to, okay? It's sadness. Di na alam yung mga gagawin, okay? So it's overwhelming. I'm gonna mute everyone. Okay. Okay, next question. Yeah, I can see. There's no right or wrong answers. I'm asking for your opinion. Okay, tension or nervous, di na alam yung mga, okay. Next, why are you stressed? The next question is that. Why are you stressed? Because, di ba, everyone feels stressed because even if you admit it or not, everyone feels stressed. And I'm gonna dive deep into that later. But one of the reasons is that it's a natural response of the body. So, may stress talaga. Okay, why are you stressed? Sabi ni, a question pala to, previous, is a feeling of emotional, physical tension. Okay, ano pa ba? Why are you stressed? Anyone? Okay, overthinking. Okay. Anything else? Being tired. Okay. Tired. Okay. Unexpected situation. Okay, nag-agree yung aso? Tama daw. Next is, what do we have? Why do we experience stress? Okay. First, I asked you what is stress. And then the second, why are you stressed? And the third, this is basically this can be your opinion or this can be something that you've read. Why do we experience stress? Why do you think? Sige, let me know. I'm reading your comments here. Part of the routine. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. How about the others, guys? Tawag dito. Oh, financial pressures. Oh, yeah. Okay, sige. Let's move on. Not getting the result we want or being in a situation na hindi natin gusto or nagpapahirap. Okay. And because we don't want to have enough knowledge on controlling it. Okay. Oh, blind item kung sino yung mga nagsasabi, hindi malalaman sa replay. Okay. And the pressure at work. Okay, sige. Next question is, did you know stress is harmful for the whole system, for your body? Type yes if you know about that. If hindi, type no. Are we all aware? Walang nag-know? Okay, so great because everyone's aware and because it's the information age right now, this knowledge has been parang it's spread all over the world that stress is harmful for the whole system. Okay, but did you know, guys, that knowing that stress is harmful for your whole system, for your whole body, is even more harmful? That's a fun fact. Are you aware of that? Type 7 if you are. If you're not, type 5. Because, to tell you honestly, I didn't know about this. Until, until recently lang. Okay, wait lang. I have a call. Just give me a few seconds. Hello. Okay, so I'm back. It's actually a really parang emergency call from my cousin. Anyway, so we are back. Okay, 7-7. Oh, you're aware. You're aware. Okay. So to give you the exact tawag dito, uh, statistics, the risk would increase by 30% because people knew that being stressed is harmful. So nasa-stress sila lalo. Okay. It sounds funny, but that's true. So what happens is, since they know it's harmful, it creates anxiety in the brain. Okay? So, ayun. So, before we dive deep to our topic, I want to share to you a backstory why this topic and how I came up with this topic. Is that okay? Let type sure if you're good, because this is actually I want to share with you how I came up with what I'm gonna teach you and how I was able to learn about that. Ayun. So thank you guys. So okay, first things first, I want to tell you guys that I grew up stressed. Really, grade school pa lang stress na ako. So kids would, play around, but I'm the type who would wanna who's really competitive. So I wanna have good grades. I wanna really excel and get, if possible, the best the best award or the best probable outcome. Okay, so I grew up stressed from grade school to high school to college. And to give you a little bit of a backstory, so I was excelling in academics. I graduated salutatorian both grade school and in high school. I was the team captain of our of the varsity team of our school in lawn tennis, and ayun, and also in volleyball then before I switched the sport. And I was also active in the uh, student leadership. I held different I held different positions, and I'm into music. Yeah, that's my guitar at the back. I think this is not clear. Okay. So basically, I'm also part of this provincial music ministry in our religious community. And whenever there would be national events that our province would be the host, kami yung tutugtog. So basically, it's not just provincial events, but also national events. So the thing is, it all happened at the same time. I was graduating, running for salutatorian, team captain, then vice president ako sa school, and then I held different different positions aside from being the vice president and music. So hindi obvious na stress. Stress talaga yung my experience ko. And I somewhat became a multitasker, but I'm gonna share with you that being a multitasker does not exist. Okay, just a little backstory. It does not exist because you're just good at switching your focus, but well, in fact, it's not really multitasking because your brain can only process one thing. Okay, going back to the backstory, lalo na nung college, even if I gave up some of my activities, yung course ko accountancy, and it's super hard talaga. Yun, so I grew up stressed. And because of that, I somewhat, I don't like the feeling na I cannot sleep at night. I it's like my heart is, it's weird, like it's beating, and I don't like the tension sa muscles ko, and basta. And I think you know what I am saying, because everyone felt stressed, diba? Especially if you have so many things to do. So what I did is I searched, of course. I attended seminars. There are leadership trainings about stress. There are seminars as well, not just in our school, but in other, because I'm also active in other, tawag dito, organizations apart from what we have in school. And apart from that, not just in school, but right now, I've attended seminars, events concerning personal development and mindset mastery, as well as how do I say this? Stress management and studying the brain, because the brain is the foundation. Your mindset talaga is the foundation of how your system works, because it's like the CPU kung sa computer pa. Yan yung in control, okay? So, after accumulating such knowledge, syempre maraming mga, how do I say this? Maraming mga solution sa pagiging stress. It's like this. I feel stress, and these are the strategies I got because of the courses, of the events, etc. I went into. And up to now, I'm also attending. And currently, I'm also attending a personal development event. Yan. So, and last week then, or 2 weeks ago. So it's a continuous learning. Okay. So the thing is, I noticed that there's this missing link between them. I feel stressed, and these are the strategies. The missing link is that, how do I connect these two things? It's like, how does my body react to these strategies? Kasi the reason why I became friends with my stress is when I figured out what's the missing link. Kasi to tell you honestly, because of what I felt, I wanted stress to be eradicated in my life, if it's possible. But because of my research, I realized na hindi siya talaga possible, because again, it's our body's natural way of dealing with certain things, which I will dive deep into later. Okay? So ayun, figuring out that missing link made me friends with stress. Because we cannot get rid of it. Diba? If you cannot beat them, join them, or dance with them. Basically, that's it. So, ayun. And I realized that knowledge is power. And why is that? You don't, kasi, diba sabi ko nga, maraming strategies. Diba, this is stress, and these are the strategies. Ano kaya ang strategies na fitted at that right moment? Because may iba-ibang klase ng stress. And I didn't know about that until I dive deep into understanding my brain and my body. Ayun. And since this is really the foundation, kasi knowledge is power. Can you type that in the chat? Knowledge is power. For you to be aware, kasi ganito, how do you fix a broken car? Sino yung nilalapitan mo? Yung mechanic, di ba? Yung mechanic, di ba? Bakit mechanic? Bakit hindi na lang ikaw? Let me know in the chat. Bakit mechanic? Kasi, nakakatawa talaga yun sa chat. Okay, bakit mechanic? Because they know, they are experts sa car, basically. And why are they experts? Because they know things about cars. They are knowledgeable. Diba? Okay. And that is why knowledge is power. Okay, the thing is, why do we go to the doctor? Because the doctor knows our body. Okay? But the thing is, stress is everyday. Diba? Hindi naman pwede everyday tayo pupunta sa doctor. Diba? So, ayun. Being aware. Yun. Being aware is the key. And how do you become aware? You need knowledge to figure out na, oh, I'm feeling this. I'm feeling stressed because of this, because I did this. Or I am going through this. Parang ganon. It all boils down to self-awareness, and that is the reason why yung assignment ninyo, binigay ko, for you to be self-aware na that is one step para to help you with our future sessions. Okay? So, yeah, awareness talaga. Okay, moving forward, I want to share with you also na bakit knowledge is power. Here's another exhibit, exhibit B, kasi kanina exhibit A yun. I have a doctor who is into electronics and farming. My dad is an engineer, he's a mechanical engineer, and he's also into farming. So that's their common ground. My doctor and my dad, they talked about things. So my dad, he knows about mechanical stuff and farming because he's an engineer. And the doctor is not an engineer, but he knows the concepts, and he's even the one na gumagawa ng mga he made his own, how do I say this? Yung magha-harvest, yung magha-harvest ng palay at only 1 hour per hectare, and that is, and in the traditional way of doing it, it would take you a whole day basically to harvest using manual like real people. So the thing there, he used science to his own advantage, and he's not even an engineer. He's not even he didn't even graduate agriculture. Basically, with the information age that we have right now, yeah, if you attend events, if you attend courses, and etc., and you feed yourself with knowledge, you will be able to apply it even if you don't have the diploma, basically. As long as, of course, you do it with caution. Diba? So ayun. So my dad is really amazed na he's an engineer pero yung doctor, like medyo mas malapit pa siya on that aspect compared to doctor na malayo talaga. So I was inspired as well because of that. I was an aspiring doctor before. I guess I told you about that. And I wanted to be a neurosurgeon. So I'm diving deep also into the brain and how it works. And yeah, I've been attending seminars, I've been attending events I told you earlier. And these things, I summarized it in this course sa inyo, in this module pala, para to do the heavy lifting for you. Para hindi nyo na i-attend yung ilang hours na yon, yung ilang events na yon. And ayun, this is it. So yeah, disclaimer, I'm not a psychologist and I'm not a neurosurgeon. But these are the things that I got because of the seminars I attended and the events and the courses I enrolled into. And yun, there are also online courses from Harvard na nag-enroll din ako. Diba? So, yeah, it's anatomy ng brain. So, anyway, yeah, that's it. So, how many of you are excited to learn more about this? Type excited in the chat. Ayon. Okay, so here is it, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. What is our brain's main purpose? It's survival. Okay. By the way, segue. I don't want you guys to be flooded by scientific terms. So as much as possible, I want things to be simple and easy to understand. And I want you guys to learn the concept and understand it and not just memorize. Ayun. So, and that's how I learn. And also, I wanna impart to you also that way para mas hindi mo siyang madaling makalimutan. Di ba? How many of you agree na it's easy to understand than to memorize? Like me. Yan, very excited to process data. Oh, I love it. I love the energy. Oh, ayun. Thank you. So, sige. Our brain's purpose is for survival. Basically, it will use all its available resources and probable responses to maximize a favorable outcome. Okay. I want you guys to take note that we are descendants of people who have conquered predators. Looking back 5,000 years ago, diba yung ancestors natin, cavemen, they have conquered hungry predators. They were able to survive. Yung mga mahihina, if mahina sila, hindi sila matapang, hindi yung survival skills nila magaling, namatay na sila. Okay? Meaning, the mere fact that we are alive, we are descendants of those who survived. How many of you agree? Type yes. Ayun. So, yung brain, gagamitin niya lahat ng resources niya, bahala na. Basta makalabas lang siya ng buhay. Mabuhay lang siya. Okay? So, we will travel back in time. Ayun. Okay. So, hello, Mr. Mel. Our brain evolves. Ayun. So, yes. Ito, our brain evolves. Pero merong part ng brain na hindi nag-evolve. And that is super amazing because, yan, I'm gonna tell you about that. Our brain, it's not the same before. Pero may part doon na hindi siya masyadong nag-evolve. Okay, so flashback 5,000 plus years ago. What is this? This is the lion, the king of the jungle. Yeah, the scariest predator, shall we say. So, this is the potential threat or danger 5,000 years ago. And kung tao ka, let's just imagine, nakabahag, pero medyo modern yung bata. Takbo! Nakakatakot di ba? Okay. So, for us to understand the brain, we need to know that, these things. Okay. Pag meron bang potential threat or danger, paano natin nare-recognize iyon? Let me know in the chat. How do we recognize them? Our brain, it's covered sa ating skull. Covered siya ng skull natin. It cannot see. It cannot see, it cannot hear, it cannot smell. So, paano nalalaman ng brain na, uy, delikado to? Okay, let me know in the chat. Wild guess. Okay. Sige, chika ko na lang kung ano. Okay, it has fight or flight. Okay. So, okay, next. It's through our 5 senses. Yan yung windows ng ating brain. Because of those 5 senses. Nakikita natin, uy, shucks, lion. Tapos naririnig natin, ay, shucks, ano yun? Is that a grizzly bear? Or is that a lion? Is that a cheetah or a tiger? Diba? And we can smell. Hala, shucks, may dugo. Oh, no. So, and also our taste can contribute to our smell as well. Okay? So, it's because of our 5 senses na we will know na merong danger. And these sensory information, yung sensory information, i-relay yan sa part ng brain that is called thalamus. Okay? Ayun. Tapos yung thalamus, on a normal, parang daily, day-to-day activity, niya yan sa ating prefrontal cortex. Yung bibigay sa atin ng rational thinking. Only mammals have this part. Yung reptiles walang ganito. Dogs have it. The chimpanzees, yung mga monkeys, they have this. But ang pinakamagandang prefrontal cortex yung sa humans because yung pinakamalaki yung sa humans talaga. And this gives us rational thinking that separates us. That's why we're the parang, I forgot the term, pero tayo yung pinaka magaling. Halimutan ko yung term, yung pinakamagaling na animal. Okay? Because of this part, because of our rational thinking. Okay. However, in emergency situations, what happens? Kasi pag prefrontal cortex, medyo matagal pa, medyo may loading pa. Parang like medyo mahina yung internet, mag-loading siya. What happens? Ayun, highest form of living things. Perfect. Yeah, we are the highest form of living things. So okay, going back to our discussion, medyo mahina yung prefrontal cortex. Let's say, for example, balik tayo sa ating potential threat na may lion. Pag kita mo sa lion na nag-roar na siya, kung prefrontal cortex yung mag-decide, mag-ano pa siya, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, there's a lion. Okay, saan ako pupunta? Wait, should I run? Okay, wait, left or right or straight? Ay, hala, alam ko yung mga tropa ng lion nasa right, ay sige sa left ako. Ay hala, may grizzly bear pala, doon naman yung tropa ng grizzly bear. Ay sige diretso na lang tayo. O sige diretso. The moment na maka-decide siya, wala na, nakain na siya. So, yun lang yung problema if it's gonna be the prefrontal cortex. Actually, I'm exaggerating, but kasi yung prefrontal cortex, iba yung specialty niya, kumbaga. So, in situations na delikado, na shall we say, emergency situations, ganon. Ano yung kailangan natin ng information bypass to immediately evaluate situations and, respond with suitable reactions. And ayun, take note that this part of the brain is only activated when faced with a life and death situation. And what is that part? The amygdala. Okay? Yung meaning ng amygdala, it's literally almond because it's shaped like an almond. Ito yung green na ito. Okay? Yan. Pag delikado buhay mo, sasabihin parang kunwari nagkakausap sila, sabihin ni amygdala, uy, prefrontal cortex, chill ka lang, I got this. Char, parang siya yung savior. parang ganon. Parang how I wish ito yung ganito mag-explain yung teacher namin noon back in school. Parang ganito yung parang chika-chika lang yung brain. Anyway, so I want to make this. Are you enjoying ba so far? I want to make this as animated as possible for you to really, not just memorize but to understand. If you like it, candy type naman like. Or if you want me to go straight and, oh, yes daw. Okay, sige. Oh, I like it very much. Oh, thank you. Yes, I like it. Oh, thank you guys. Virtual hugs. Okay. Another fun fact, kasi mahilig ako sa fun facts. Nagulat din ako dito. We have this olfactory system. Alam niyo ba ano yung olfactory system? Let me know in the chat if you know. Ang fancy ng term, no? Amazing new info. Yeah. Okay? Yung olfactory system, it's parang factory nga, no? Ang ganda ng term. But it's actually our nose, yung system natin sa nose. This one, hindi siya nagpupunta dito sa thalamus. Diretso siya sa amygdala. Nako, pag may naaamoy ka na dugo, that's why iba, like, mahimatay agad. Or naka-smell pa lang ng blood. Sabi, oh my gosh, takbo agad. Parang ganon. Yan. The smell, yes. Yung olfactory system natin sa nose. So, that's a fun fact. Yung itong limang ito, kailangan pa dumaan sa thalamus for it to be relayed. Pero yung ilong, may bypass. Ayun. And because of this, I'm gonna, tandaan nyo to because meron ding meron din akong strategy na connected sa ilong on how to manage stress. Oh, watch out in our future sessions. And I have this arrow. Kailangan to kasi if walang arrow na ganito, magagalit ang medicine community. Because yung parang ganun, to simplify things, parang nag-chika si amygdala kay prefrontal cortex na, yo, I got this. Or like, parang prefrontal cortex sabi niya, ikaw na bahala, amygdala yan. That's the representation, kumbaga. Okay, how many of you are having an aha moment so far? Type aha. Excuse me. Ako yata yun. Next. Okay. Aha. Okay, thank you. I'm loving your energy and your participation. Okay. So, from amygdala, kasi diba earlier, I told you, dito sa amygdala, yan lang ito lang kasi ma-fit sa ating screen. So, next screen tayo, from amygdala na. Since yung in control sa situation na yon, merong lion, diba? Yung amygdala na yung in control, anong gagawin ni amygdala? So, siya yung hari. Woo! Sino yung gagambalain niya? Sino yung let's say, if friends, lahat ng parts ng brain, sino yung mga friends na itatap niya, o itulungan mo ako, we need to survive. First friend na itatap niya ay ang ating brainstem. Okay. Yung brainstem, kailangan, this is in charge of our breathing, our heart rate, our blood pressure, and other things. Okay? Ayun, meron tayong gecko. Naririnig niyo ba? Oh, by the way, this is a tawag dito. Ano siya? Endangered species, and we're happy it's here. Okay? So going back to our lesson, nadidistract ako. Okay, wala na siya. Okay, brainstem. Ano ba yung purpose nito? Bakit kailangan niya itap si brainstem? Okay, bakit? Because, ganito, in situations like this, the amygdala has only 3 strategies. And ito yung brainstem may 3 strategies din. Because of that, parang yung amygdala, ito yung sinabi niya, danger. Then connect siya sa brainstem and they have only 3 strategies. Ano iyon? Okay? Meron ako nabasa dito, 2, and I'm gonna reveal another one. Okay? First is, may lion, takbo. Okay? This is the flight or flee strategy. Ayun. Meaning, if may kalaban na hindi mo kaya, tatakbo ka. Okay? Yung lion, medyo mabigat siya, pero nako, mas mabilis akong tumakbo. Hindi niya ako ma-reach. Okay? Pero yung next, paano kaya? Hunter ka, pero syempre, medyo baby ka pa sa hunter. So, takbo ka lang muna kasi hindi kaya yung lion. Next, nako, paano naman if cheetah? Di ba yung pinakamabilis, cheetah? Paano yun? Hunter ka, medyo gym body, grabe, may pa-six-pack ab. Paano? Kaya mo. Kung kaya mo, anong tawag? You're gonna fight. Woo, cheetah, kaya ka ta. Kasi pag tatakbo ako, mas lugi ako. Okay? If you feel like, kaya mo yung opponent, lalabanan mo. Nako, may laban ako dito. Sige, magsuntukan tayo. And then, there's another strategy. You will, because of evolution, meron tayong another strategy na create. And what is this? This is to freeze. Meaning, wala kang gagawin. You will make yourself as small as possible para yung predator, they will not hindi ka makita as, parang hindi naman interesting as prey. Or like, kunwari, there's a tribal war. There's this parang tribe na, nako kami talaga yung hari dito. Ay, yung isang tribe, ayaw niya makipaggulo. Parang, friends tayo. Okay tayo. Di tayo mag-away. Parang, vulnerability, you will show vulnerability na para hindi ma-threaten yung isa kasi hindi mo siya kaya or hindi ka rin makatakbo. That's another strategy. This is a survival strategy. Kasi if you feel like mas mabuti na hindi na lang kayo mag-away, then ayun. There's that free strategy. Parang submissive siya kumbaga. Okay? And to think parang sasabihin niyo, hala, ang duwag naman ng freeze, but actually, sometimes this is smart. This is smart. Know your battles, mga ganon. So, okay. So, there are 3 strategies sa ating brainstem. Minsan, it's also called our reptilian brain. And ayun, so, our brainstem, ayun. Nagtatago. Tama, nagtatago. Perfect. You will make yourself as small as possible na, no, I'm not a threat. Parang, tago ka, i-ano mo self mo. Okay? Yan. So, ano ba yung connection ng brain? Okay? If we're gonna flight, what happens? Bakit ano yung connection ng brainstem? Di ba ano nga yung brainstem? Breathing, heart rate, and blood pressure. Ano yung kailangan na muscle when you flee? Legs, di ba? Legs and feet. Because you will run from the enemy. Your brainstem, your body will pump more blood papunta sa legs mo and sa feet. Oxygen-rich blood. At saka syempre kasama na din doon yung sugar para may energy ka, ganon. Okay, yan. Kailangan yan. And paano naman kung fight? Ano yung ginagamit sa fight? Kamay and arms. And medyo animalistic yung mga tao noon eh. They would use their teeth to bite. So their jaws Jaws, oh my God. Their jaws, they need, more blood na sugar, na oxygen rich, and kailangan din ng sugar, glucose, ganun. Yeah, that's what they need. So, kailangan i-regulate yung breathing kasi oxygen kailangan, yung heart rate para mag-pump more blood, and blood pressure, of course. And other stuff. Ina-chatter ako na lang kasi ito talaga yung main things. Okay? How many of you are getting this so far? Type 5? Or if it's not clear, should I dive deep pa ba? Okay. Sige. Moving on, moving forward. Second friend na itatap ni amygdala is yung hippocampus. How many of you know yung function ng hippocampus? I love this part of the brain. Okay. Yung hippocampus, this is in charge of the creation of new memories. Bakit kailangan? Tago ko muna. Bakit kailangan ng creation of new memories? Tatakbo ko lang naman. How many of you are curious? Type me. Okay, sige. Bakit kailangan ng hippocampus? Bakit kailangan natin mag-store ng new memory? Okay? Kasi, whenever the same situation would come again, na may lion again, alam mo na yung gagawin. Kaya, that's why, creation of new memories to store experiences for higher survival chance. Siyempre, tataas yung, in short, hindi ka na kakapa. Yun. In case it will happen again. And yun, last, and yun, I want you to remember this, that hippocampus, we're gonna come back to this later. Basta, if hindi nyo ma-realize, imagine nyo na lang yung hippo na may sobrang malaking brain. Para yan yung nag-create ng new memories, yung hippocampus, yan. Yung hippo sa gitna ng quadrangle, parang sa gitna ng school na may malaking brain. Hippocampus, in charge of the creation of new memories. And last but not the least, na friend na itatap. Actually, by the way, marami pero ito yung mga main things, basically. Yung hypothalamus. And ano ba to? Ito yung nagpapababae sa babae. Charot lang. Hindi, joke lang. Hormone regulation. Hormone regulation, this part of the brain. Okay? So, on a plain hindsight, yan lang muna. We will dive deep into the hormones that are activated na nire-release sa body whenever we're stressed in a bit. Okay? Are you getting this so far? Type gets. Okay. I love it. In the modern times, fast forward 5,000 plus years. Oh, I love it. I love the energy. Nakaka-caps lock talaga. Mamaya brain expressing na. Joker din si tawag dito, si Sir Mel. Okay. Sige. Mamaya may chika session tayo at katuwa later. Okay. So in modern times, 5,000 years ago, 5,000 years plus. So, yan. Ano na ito? Ito yung grizzly bear noon. But in modern times, ano na siya? Ayan na, ang cute. Saan yan? Sa zoo. Okay, they're not freely roaming around the streets. They're not found in our homes. They're not found in our offices. They're in the zoo, or they're there in the forest, or somewhere there na hindi malapit sa tao. Tsaka ang cute, no, di ba? Ang cute niya. Okay? At saka ano na ba yung bear ngayon? May TV show na. Kilala niyo ba yan? Si Grizzly Bear? The We Bear Bears? At saka nagbabasa pa ng libro. Si Teddy! Teddy ni Mr. Bean, okay? Naging stuffed toy na. So, it's cute na ngayon. It's not as parang hindi na siya as delikado as before na they're freely walking around. So, okay, there are no more dangerous animals that are freely walking around. Ito pala, next slide. However, our body still has the same response until today. Okay, sad to say, by the way, guys, here's a fun fact. May part yung brain sa atin na tinatawag na neocortex. And it has 6 layers. 6. Okay? 6 layers. Yung amygdala, tanongin niyo ako, ilan yung layer ng amygdala? Wala siyang layer, mag-isa siya. Wala, ganun siya ka-primitive. Hindi siya parang, okay, noon fight and flight lang, yung evolution na nangyari niya, parang nagka-freeze lang siya, pero hindi siya as dynamic as other parts of the brain. Lalo na yung prefrontal. Grabe ang amazing ng prefrontal natin, yung ating cerebral cortex talaga, grabe. Pero, yung amygdala, medyo old school. So, maybe you can picture out amygdala as someone who's holding a parang baston. Primitive. An almond holding a baston. Primitive part of the brain. Analog. Hindi digital, okay? It still has the same response today. Ano ba? Whenever there's a danger, yan, as if we're gonna die, it's still the same response. Amygdala does not only activate in actual dangerous situation, but also activates when there is perceived danger. Perceived, meaning feeling lang natin. Okay. How many of you are realizing something so far na, oh, and what is the response of the body? Stress. Kaya pala, nasa-stress tayo. Kasi feeling ni amygdala, mamamatay na tayo. Yeah, parang ganon. Okay, how many of you are having an aha moment so far? Okay. These things, I'm quite a nerd back in school, but these things parang hindi to na, iba yung science at iba din yung mental health at iba din yung stress management. Parang hindi siya na-connect. Parang okay. At least na kinonnect ko siya para sa inyo. Ayun, aha. Merry Christmas, balay. Okay. Okay, in our modern times, sino na ba yung stress? In the form of your boss? Or let's say, hindi lang boss, let's say, if you're an employee, your boss, syempre nakakatakot, baka ma-hold yung promotion ko, or shucks, baka masante ako. if you're an entrepreneur, nako, galit yung customer. Oh my gosh, I don't like this company. Or pwede investor, I'm gonna claim all my stocks. You don't, I'm gonna pull out ko lahat. Bababa yung stock price nyo kasi I'm having a significant influence dito sa company. Ganyan. Yung significant influence you own at least 20%. It will drastically affect the price of the stock whenever yon. Anyway, so yeah, modern times. Ano pa? Traffic. Oh, sino dito yung have you ever tried na late ka na traffic ka pa? Ako, taas kamay. Ako, late ka na traffic ka pa. Di ba? Hindi nakaka-stress. Hindi siya nakaka-stress. As in. Nako, lalo na pag may meeting ka. Oh my gosh. Tsaka ito, kaway-kaway sa mga lalaki. Ano yan? Sino yan? Mrs. na galit. Nako, nagalit si Nako. At saka, let's say, hindi joke lang, katuwaan lang to na nagagalit yung Mrs. Okay, parang lang, yung babae lang allowed mag-joke niyan. Joke lang. Okay, mothers, pag babae, medyo emotional. Anyway. Okay, so these are in the modern times, ganon. Yeah. So, basically, that's how the whole anatomy would work. On a plane, wala pa, I will dive deep pa later, pero yan, parang dyan yung general bird's eye view. And to understand more about our response, the bodily response per strategy, and I will discuss that. Let's first start with our flight or flee strategy. Ano sa tingin nyo yung purpose bakit nag-flee or nag-flight? What is the main purpose? Okay. The purpose, yes. Okay. So andito sa chat, stimulus like traffic could bring distress or is how do you How do you pronounce this? Or you stress. Anyway, so in our previous session, napag-usapan natin in the traffic, you can use that to either be stress or earlier na mention no, na yung traffic minsan you use it to your advantage. You learn videos, 'di ba? Mamaya I will dive deep into that. But needless to say, first reaction talaga ng body, feeling yung mamamatay siya. Lalo na if you have so many things to do and bigla kang na, 'di ba? Parang it's a natural response of the body. But second, you went out of that stage. That's why you opted to mag-read ka na lang ng videos, 'di ba? So, more of that in our future sessions. Na-chika ko lang because I remember someone, I think it was Coach Mel Laporte, who told us about the traffic na parang ginagawa niyang time to study. Oh, use stress. Ito pala, use stress or is positive stress. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna talk about positive stress later. Okay, ayun. So, flight or flee. Sige. So, purpose is to escape, of course. Lahat gagawin para maka-escape. To survive. It's all about movement. Okay? And the overall objective, is to be somewhere else. Not here, no. No, I don't, no. Not with the lions. Not with my boss, no. I can't stand. Or can we just end this call with a customer who's really furious? Can we just end this? Can I just walk away? Parang ganon. That's like the modern time reaction. Okay. So, flee. Wait lang. Ano pa ba? Okay. So, if it's all about movement, ano yung mangyayari sa ating body? I told you about this. It will pump more blood to the legs. We will have restless feet and hands, especially if you're in a meeting na kabado ka or something na, can we just stop this? Can I just go away? Can I just go home? Or if you're parang, let's say, pinahiya ka, can I just go? There's that fiddling, there's that tapping. When you look at kids na pinapagalitan, yung paa nila, yung mga kids na nasa principal's office, or yung, let's say, parang ganon, yung employees din na pinapatawag ng boss, or yung someone na customers, yung nag-handle ng customer service, na may galit na customer. This is the usual reaction. Restlessly. Our fingers would start fidgeting. Yung eyes, hindi siya parang hindi siya makatingin sa straight up. Hindi siya makatingin directly sa eyes. Parang gumaganon-ganon. It's looking for an escape route. Sweaty hands, but not most of the time. Kasi sweaty hands. Sweaty hands. Pero this is a fun fact because I have this. I have sweaty hands. And it's not always na I'm nervous or I'm stressed. Because there are people na they have thin epidermis and it's normal. So, ayun. Hindi siya straight agad na stress or whatsoever. Okay. And it's a fun fact, by the way. Next is later. I have a pandemic example sa okay, sige. I have a pandemic example. I saw it in the chat. Can we make as an example pandemic today? Ayun. So yeah, later I have an example about pandemic. So ayun. And also, yung mga saan ba? Okay, at night, ito din. Insomnia is common. Parang, hindi ka makatulog kasi alam mo may gagawin ka. Parang ganon. Or parang, something like that. And in a seminar, we don't want to participate. We feel like we need to go to the bathroom, even if you already went there several times the past few minutes. Okay? So, ayun. So, there's also stage fright. This is the perfect example. Why is that so? Because our voice become unstable. Good morning. Di ba? Pag natatakot ka. And there's tension in the legs if you have stage fright. And we can have palpitations as well. Di ba? Kailangan may din fast heart rate and blood pressure. And we cannot think well. Our mind is somewhat, it cannot think straight. For fight naman, it's all about power. And it's actually aggressive but defensive aggression. Okay? Its purpose is to intimidate. And if not intimidated, nako, hindi ka pala natatakot. Sige, magsuntukan tayo. Ganon. Okay? There's overall, it's just, you know, having this feeling of superiority. Pataasan ng chin up. Lalaki sa lalaki. Okay? So that's it, guys, for fight. And what's the response? Bodily response. There's overall tension, but more in the neck, arms, and jaw. Kasi parang mangangagat ka. Movements will be stronger. Eyes will focus on our target. Minsan magsisquint pa yan. Naku, hindi talaga kita papakawalan. Ikaw, nakakainis ka talaga. Ganon. So it will squint more to focus on the target. Our voice, it will be louder. Naku, galit talaga ako. Kahit yung mga tao, hindi ako galit, pero grabe, ganyan. Hindi talaga ako galit. Hindi. May mga taong ganyan, di ba? Galit na galit. Yan. So, hindi siya talaga galit. Hindi. Normal lang to. Okay? Our voice will be louder and more articulated. And there will be impatience. If someone is in fight mode, impatient siya. So, ayan, last but not the least, sa strategies, we have freeze. And what happens? The main purpose is to search for protection. There's that vulnerability. Okay? They're afraid, so the strategy is to make yourself small. Okay? They feel like they're not capable to deal with the situation by themselves. So there's that feeling of being demoralized, you know, parang ganon. So it's like screaming out, we need help, I need help, ganon. So stress responses can happen independently of each other. It can happen all at the same time. For example, this line, okay, gutom ka na. Tapos, yung only fast food available, yan lang. So magla-line ka. Pag magla-line ka, anong gagawin mo? Okay, matagal pa ba? Anong response yan? May shortcut ba dito? Makakaano ba? Flee. O pwede pa lang, flee, tapos marirealize mo, hala, yung cashier pala, nag-chichika lang kasi kilala niya yung customer. Naku, magagalit. Kasi yung manager dito. Kanina pa ako naghihintay dito, nag-chichika lang naman yung cashier. Tapos next, marirealize mo na, ay nako, wala talaga ito. Kasalanan ko kasi bakit hindi muna ako kumain sa bahay. Kasalanan ko bakit hindi ako nagdala ng snack muna kasi sana hindi na ako magla-line dito. Ka na, parang I'll just accept this. Parang, ay nako, parang ma-freeze ka. And it goes the same way dito. If you're running late sa work mo, you're running late, may meeting ka pa, tapos na traffic ka pa, you will find an escape route. And then you will start yung beep mo, yung tawag dito, yung horn sa car, magagalit ka na, ganyan. Tapos, realize mo na, ay, wala talaga akong mangyayari. Wala talaga akong magawa. Ito na nangyari sa akin. So, ayun. Siyempre, kita mo naman yung congestion sa traffic. Makaka-escape ka ba dyan? Kahit anong honk, wala kang magagawa. Kahit anong galit. So, ang gagawin mo? Yan. So, mag-freeze ka na lang. Ay, nako. Ayoko na. Parang gano'n. Okay. So what is your preferred stress response? Actually, we have our default stress response. Ano yung sa inyo? Ako, I wanna share. Let me know in the chat. Ako, nagagalit ako. Okay. Spanish blood runs in the family. Hot-tempered ganon sa magagalit. How about you guys? Minsan din, nako, if it's not worth the fight, I'll just walk out. Flee. Minsan din naman, I just feel so tired and I just wanna rest. Mag-freeze, but yan. So basically, parang may preferred ka. Akin, fight, let me know. How are you guys? Let me know in the chat. What's your preferred stress response? Ayan. Yes. Okay, there's another ito. Body response to stress. Okay? Body response to stress. Meron tayong two systems to regulate bodily functions. First is we have the parasympathetic nervous system, and this is in charge of our daily activities. Okay? Ano ba? Ano yung daily activities natin? Reproduction, digestion, yung immunity, mga ganon, and other stuff. Ayun. So, wait. Oh, ayun. Tama. Kakalabasi. Okay. So, memorize ko na yata yung slide ko. Sympathetic. Ano to? Ano ba yung sympathetic? It's only in charge. It takes over during emergency situations. So, mangyayari, there will be hormones, and if whenever sugar is needed, hormones will be released, and sugar will also be released in the bloodstream, and it will be parang it will flow to the part of our body that is needed, and that's certain strategy. And ano ba yung mga strategies? Flee, fight, or freeze. Yan, sa paa, or sa kamay, or sa arms, or sa jaw. Or, eto pala, I forgot to tell you this. Yung freeze response, di ba? Yung freeze response, I forgot to tell you this. Yung flight and fight kasi, pinapabilis niya yung heartbeat kasi kailangan ng oxygen-rich blood yung muscles na kailangan at that certain moment. Yung freeze, pinapakalma niya yung buong body mo. Instead, mag-beat ng mabilis, hindi. Wala. Kaya yung ibang tao, pag pinipressure, parang, hala, pinipressure, parang wala pa rin sa kanila. Parang wala pa rin sa kanila. Nako. Okay, another, yung isa, zen. Okay, I love that. Yung isa, kalma lang sila. Pero yung iba naman, yung response nila, freeze. And that is to, ayoko na. Ayoko na. Mama. Ganon. So, merong zen, and this is, maganda to because this is higher parang magiging high, parang maturity to na way of dealing with stress. Pero yung freeze, parang yan yung sa amygdala natin, pinapakalma niya. So, ayaw ko na. Ganon. Okay. So, balik tayo sa ating body response. Body response to stress. Diba? Dalawang systems, parasympathetic, daily activities, and sympathetic during emergency situations. Nako, dito papasok. Dito nyo maiintindihan bakit delikado ang stress. Okay? Bakit nga ba? Any wild guess, given na yung parasympathetic, yan yung daily activities, and sympathetic takes over during emergency. Parang bypass yung amygdala, di ba? Bypass siya. Okay? Hindi tayo rational thinkers, in short. Kasi pag prefrontal cortex lang yung nagde-decide, malalaman natin na, hey, my life is not threatened here. Don't stress. Parang ganon. If we can just control that. However, our amygdala is in control. We cannot just tell it to shut up. Because that's its function. We wouldn't have survived if hindi ganun yung amygdala. Yung mga taong, namatay na sila kasi we're descendants of those who survived, di ba? Okay, here's the thing. Here's a really good fun fact. Do you know the reason why if stressed yung tao, they're having a hard time na to reproduce? Hindi nila masundan yung anak nila. One reason is stress. Second, pag stress yung tao, parang na-LBF. Third, pag stress yung tao, nagkakasakit. What are the things that I'm pointing out into? I told you about reproduction. I told you about digestion. I told you about immunity. In short, if sympathetic yung nagta-take over, parang COVID, naka-quarantine lahat, ang kailangan lang at that certain moment, kung sa ekonomiya pa, at that certain moment, yung gagamitin. So, anong nangyari sa COVID? Anong nangyari sa COVID? Travel? Ban. Wala. Cinemas? Wala. Casinos? Concerts? Anything. Kahit office nga, wala. Sige, work from home kayo muna. Lahat, wala. Transportation, wala. Even the transportation, wala. Kasi we need to quarantine. Yan yung desperate moves natin. To survive. Oh, to survive din, di ba? Okay. Ano natira? Banks. Para syempre may pera, mahirap nako. Mamamatay ang ekonomiya. Paano ka bibili ng pagkain if walang pera, di ba? Groceries, markets na sa food. Ano pa? Power. Ganon. Basic, mga necessities lang. Hospitals, of course. Yan. Pharmacy. Perfect. Yan. Oh. In relation to our body, we will survive. So, reproduction. Chill ka muna. Kailangan kong mga nutrients na sa inyo sana. Parang ganon. Parang digestion. Chill ka muna. Sige, LBM ka muna. Nako. Immunity. Chill ka muna. Kaya ngayon, especially now, in this COVID times, nako, if possible pa lang, we should understand stress so that we can counter it kasi we need as much immunity as we can. Yan. So walang gamot pa sa COVID. Vaccine pa lang na hindi pa dumadating. Hindi pa dumadating sa atin. Okay. So, and just a little fun fact lang, like they would just give you if you have parang Band-Aid kumbaga, if you have fever, we'll give you Biogesic. If you have obo, we'll give you if it goes to pneumonia or something, we'll give you antibiotics. Pero like COVID talaga na gamot. Until later na merong Chinese na mga medicine na it was learned na pwede pala yon, pero of course there are side effects. Basically wala pa talagang medicine na sasabihin na this is the COVID medicine. Parang as of today everything is still in clinical trial na, and there are side effects. Basically, so the best way talaga is to keep your immune system because yan siyempre last defense na yon. And protocols ka muna, di ba? So ayun, that's a fun fact. Freeze muna lahat. Our system is like, yan, that's what happened. Yon. Okay. How many of you are having an aha moment again? Type aha. Okay. Aha. Oh, ayun, I'm loving it. I'm loving the energy. Pinaubusan na ako ng tubig. Next, okay. So, amygdala, yung friend natin, si brainstem, tapos na tayo sa fight, flight, or freeze. Grabe si Mildred. Grabe, naging laugh out loud nila eh. Okay, yung amygdala, yung friend nating brainstem, and yung friend nating hippocampus. Next, hindi ko pa masyadong na-dive deep, si friend nating hypothalamus. And ano nga yung nito? Hormone regulation. So, speaking about hormones, what are the hormones that are released in the body? Actually, marami. But I'm just gonna tackle the main hormones. Excuse me. Ito yung mga, kumbaga yung iba supporting role. Ito yung mga bida-bida. Mga bida-bida, okay? Starring, and one of the main actors starring for this stress night. Candidate number 1. Yung ating actor number 1 is si Mr. Adrenaline or si Mr. Epinephrine. Okay? Sino yung kilala? Si Mr. Adrenaline. Siyempre, kilala to. Sikat to. Maraming best actor, kailang best actor na to. Okay? This is released during, sa tatlo, feeling nyo kung nakikinig kayo. Sige, sa tatlo, ano yung kailangan ng adrenaline? Let me know. Starts with letter F. Siyempre, tatlo sila lang. Perfect. Flee and flight. Kasi flee and flight. Flee and fight. Because sa sa freeze, kumakalma. Walang adrenaline. Chill lang, chill. Yan. So, fight for aggression and flee for social withdrawal. So it ensures that there is, ano nga sinabi ko, oxygen-rich blood that will go to our brain and muscles to fight or flee. It is responsible for breathing. It would expand the air passages of our lungs. By the way, guys, and another thing, it would increase the heart rate and increase the blood pressure. There's a proper way of breathing. When you breathe, pinapalaki mo yung tiyan mo. Hindi yung mag-breathe ka na, dito yung umaklas, yung this is what my vocal coach, singer. This is how you breathe. Pagkakanta ka, that's also the right way when you speak. Ganon. And when you meditate, that's how you do it. Lumalaki yung tiyan. Ano yung scientific basis bakit lumalaki? Ano, nagiging butete ka? Okay, kidding aside. When you breathe like that, when you breathe like this, your lungs, it will contract. You feel like you have so many air, feeling mo lang. Pero in fact, hindi. Mas maraming air pag lumalaki yung tiyan. If you're gonna start, parang wala akong picture dito, pero just yung imagine mo, pag mag-breathe ka ng air, lumalaki yung tiyan mo because mag-expand yung lungs mo and your diaphragm, bababa siya. Yeah, kaya using your diaphragm. Ganyan yung mga vocal teacher. That's how you do it. That's how when you meditate. Ganon. Hindi yung usual na what we do na mag-ano tayo, bababa yung tiyan. Yan. So, ano siya, parang, baliktad siya. Lalaki yung tiyan. When you breathe, that's why when you say, breathe in, umaano ba yung shoulders ko? Wala, di ba? Breathe in, wala. And then breathe out. Hindi yung di ba? Okay. Learning so far. Type yes if you are. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay. Okay, fun fact lang. Okay, and nakailang okay na ba ako? Ayun. So, ito din. Because of our adrenaline, feeling natin na tayo superhero, more energy, less pain. Tapos keener senses pa. Nako, grabe. Parang ano ka talaga, yung if sa game pa, kapag nakaka-adrenaline shot ka, grabe, bumibilis yung takbo mo, nagki-clear yung vision mo, ganun, kasi may part din sa game na inaano nila eh. Hindi nila kine-clear yung vision. Anyway, so, at saka you're gonna have sharper memory as well. So, eto, it alters the body's metabolism. Bakit? Para ma-maximize yung glucose levels in the bloodstream. And it stimulates the rapid release of fatty acids into the bloodstream as well. Kasi kailangan yan. Yon. So, another main hormone starring also is the noradrenaline or the excuse me. Dito na naman yung ears ko. Starring next is our noradrenaline and norepinephrine. Okay? This is very similar sa ating adrenaline. May mga konting lang, pero almost similar. Same, it increases the heart rate, increases blood pressure, it helps break down fat, and increase blood sugar levels to provide more energy to the body. And it improves mood by making problems look like challenges as well. Okay? And it is needed in the creation of new memories. Okay. So, ayun, friends sila ni hippocampus. So, stress isn't bad. Nagiging Wonder Woman tayo, nagiging superhero tayo, di ba? Lakas ko. I feel less pain and I have more energy. Di ba? So, when does stress become bad? How many of you has this question? Okay. Funny yung chat. Pabubuhat mag-solo ang rep pag may sunog. Nangyari to. Yeah, there's that. I read that on social media. And if there's, ito, kahit gano'n pa yan pag gano'n pa kalaki yung rock, pag yung anak mo, madadapuan yan, ako, kayang-kaya mo yan, di ba? Para magiging instant superhero ka. At saka, there's that funny story na sinabi ng mentor ko, na during 9/11, may matabang babae na grabe, sobrang bilis niyang tumakbo kasi sinave niya yung anak niya. Grabe, parang talo niya pa yung mga yung mga parang pwede niya pa parang kasing bilis niya pa yung sasakyan or even matatalo niya pa yung ibang vehicles. Talo niya pa yung truck, di ba? So when the stress become bad, it's actually a booster, right? Magiging superhero ka. So, speaking of booster, do you know this game? This is, parang, klarong gamer ako. not really a full-time gamer, but my cousins are. So, I'm also, tawag dito, I am, parang, parang, exposed ako sa games. Anyway, this is Asphalt. Ayan, Asphalt. And you know this blue, this means nitro. That only lasts for a few seconds. Pero kailangan yan when you need to overtake someone. There's number 4, there's number 3, there's number 2. Paano pag malapit ka na sa finish line? And number 2 ka, syempre magna-nitro ka para you're gonna win, di ba? Meaning, when you need it badly, in short, for emergency situations. Hindi siya parang, kasi what happens if too much booster, masisira yung sasakyan mo. And what specific part? If you're gonna ask, nagiging mechanical engineer tuloy ako. Yung makina, yan. Ito yung masisira pag masyado kang nagbo-booster. Okay. Oh, yan. Okay. And ano naman ngayon? Ano yung engine? Ano naman ngayon kung masisira? Paano masisira? Di ba? You have that question. Okay. During longer period of stress, cortisol is released. This is a hormone. This is part of the main hormones. Hindi lang adrenaline, hindi lang noradrenaline. Merong cortisol. Naku, this is when things get bad. Cortisol is a painkiller. Okay? And ito yung masama. It damages the hippocampus. Speaking about engine, your engine is your hippocampus. Okay? At ano nga yung purpose ng hippocampus? If you can still recall, ano nga yung hippo na may malaking brain sa gitna ng campus? Ano nga yun? Ano nga? Let me know in the chat. Let me know naman. Let me know in the chat. Anong purpose na hippocampus nga? Okay, let me know in the chat. Yon, perfect. Perfect for Irish, for memory, for creation of new memories. Yon. Ano na siya? That's why, pag ito this is funny. If you have an exam the next day and you will procrastinate, magpupuyat ka because you have exams. And of course, syempre, kasama dun yung stress. That's why nakakalimutan. Kasi this is gonna be a prolonged stress eh. Exam week yan eh. And when you say kasi, longer period of stress, meaning it's more than 30 minutes, it's more than half an hour. Kasi you need these hormones for less than 30 minutes lang, just to free yourself from danger. Yun. Longer periods of stress, cortisol is released. And this is not good, especially for your brain, for your hippocampus, to be specific. Brain eater yan. O yan, eats your brain. Bakit? It diverts glucose supposed to be given to the hippocampus. And it will be given to the muscles that you need. Okay? It will be given to the muscles. Inaagawan ng minerals, kumbaga. Okay? So yeah. It temporarily shuts down, ano nga? Reproduction, digestion, immunity, and growth. Nako, alam niyo ba ano height ko? Di ba stressed akong bata? Paano? Pag-guess nga sa chat. Okay, buti naman umabot 5. Oh. 5'1". Parang 5 point, hindi siya 5'1", parang almost 5'1", but I'm claiming it's 5'1". Parang 5.075 inch. Yun, stress na bata kasi. At saka medyo yung family ko din sa father's side, they're not really tall. But, I have cousins who are 5'9" and 10 naman. So, yun, medyo lifestyle din. Medyo stress tayong bata. So, okay na, guys. So, how many of you are getting an aha moment so far? Ayan. Ito nga, sinasabi ko, bakit ba temporarily shutdown? Balik tayo sa ating sympathetic, di ba? Ano nga, COVID principle. Shutdown muna, chill muna tayo, guys. We have everything's on quarantine for us to survive. Yan. Okay. Yan. Tarat. Okay. Last but not the least, for this session, for tonight, we talked about stress na basically. Yan. I'm gonna give you a fun fact. Before I give you the summary of tonight's session, I will give you a fun fact. What about positive stress? How many of you has this question? Nako, Coach Isa. Stress ba? Masama lang talaga? Bakit parang sirang-sira naman yung stress? Masama ba talaga? What about positive stress? Type me in the chat if you're curious what's about this. Okay. Let me know in the chat. Okay, marami. I'm actually amazed by this fun fact because it's different. Wait lang. Okay, this is different. This is not your usual stress. Okay? Basically, it cannot be considered as stress because, stress, there's that bodily response. Hormones are being released. Muscles, may tension sa muscles. Hindi siya, basically yung positive stress, hindi siya stress. But, okay, sasabihin, hindi, nag-enjoy ako pag stress ako. I'm happy, I feel challenged, gano'n. Okay, wait lang, hear me out, chill guys. Okay, so in stressful situations, ayun, because ganito, what happens ba in our body? During stressful situations, our amygdala is activated and there are only 3 reactions, 3 strategies lang talaga. Flee or flight, fight, and freeze. Tatlo lang siya. It's very primitive, but it's very, very efficient. Okay? And during this time, we are not in full control of our brain. Kasi hindi yung prefrontal brain yung in control yung amygdala. Sino ba yung rational? Sino ba yung matalino? Yung amygdala ba? Or yung may 6 layers? Char. Siyempre yung amygdala ba? Or yung primitive na brain? Yung sabi ko nga, almond na may baston? Or yung ating prefrontal cortex? Of course, the answer is obvious, yung ating prefrontal cortex. But in emergency situations, yung kailangan mo pa ba mag-isip para mag-survive? Parang ganon. So, this is the main reason why we are alive today. Because of our amygdala. So let's not hate naman the amygdala. Let's love the amygdala kasi let's show some love because we cannot hate any part of our body. Let's say I love amygdala. I love amygdala. Ayun. Yung ating neocortex na may 6 layers, grabe. Ang talino nun. So yung ating amygdala naman na na 1 layer lang, ano lang siya, wala siyang layer. Ayun, I love amygdala. So it's really efficient. Yeah. So, syempre, we're still faced by danger, di ba? May mga magnanakaw. If magko-cross ka ng street, delikado, di ba? Modern time, pa din yan. At saka may war. May COVID, di ba? May defense mechanism din tayo dyan, di ba? So, okay, so going back, hindi tayo in control if the amygdala, naku, wait lang, walang mag-I love amygdala sa chat. Ako na lang. I love amygdala. Okay. So, we cannot hate any part of our body because it serves its purpose. We cannot be who we are if there's any part of our body that is not functioning well. Okay. So, we're not in full control as compared na yung ating amygdala is in standby mode. Okay? So what about positive stress? Meaning, I'm talking about the bodily responses, the hormones that are being released, the muscle tensions, and the way it is connected kung sino yung in control sa brain. Basically, there's really stress. That's what you call stress. Pero yung tinatawag na quote-unquote positive stress, this is connected with our motivation. Motivation. It is rooted sa ating childhood. Bata pa lang tayo, dyan na. Alam na natin yung mga motivations natin. We have this primary motivation and we have all this second motivation as well. And we even have our obsessions. And this is connected to the limbic part, the neolimbic part of our brain. Okay, merong mga tao that they would enjoy competition. Nako, mga competitive. Nag-enjoy sila, positive stress for them. Yon. It's positive stress. They feel good. Yon. And however, ito lang, only 10 to 15% of the population yung nag-enjoy ng this kind of motivation. Iba kasi, iba yung motivation ng iba eh. Pero meron tayong mga competitive people who are enjoying this type of motivation. And yan yung tinatawag na, quote-unquote, positive stress, okay? So in layman's term, parang when you say positive stress, at least hindi na tayo confused na may positive stress and yung positive stress na nafe-feel and yung tinatawag na bodily reaction. Yan. So how many of you are having an aha moment again? Ayan, ako din actually. I was amazed because yon, sinasabi ko, yun, may ano kasi, competitive ako eh. So, I feel like positive stress, minsan toxic stress, but I feel like I feel like this is, I'm loving this stress, parang ganon. It's rooted in your motivation, rooted in your core. But mind you, even if competitive ako, there's still toxic stress. So that's why I want to eradicate it, di ba? Pero it's not possible. Ayun. Ayun. So, okay. So that leads to our summary for tonight. Tumatawa si Mildred sa akin. Okay, for our summary, guys. Okay, there's this potential threat, let's say in the form of a lion. And what's our reaction in the brain? So, yan. This is, takbo ba? Laban? O bawi? Takbo, laban, or freeze? So, this is what we discussed. Kumbaga, yung ating CCTV camera, kung computer pa yung ating brain, it's our 5 senses and it's related, yung information parang, okay, let me gather myself. Okay, once there's this potential threat or perceived danger, it will be recognized by our senses. And it will be, relayed in our brain. And sino yung nagre-relay? Sino yung nag-decode, kumbaga, yung thalamus. And normally, on a normal day-to-day, activities, it is forwarded and analyzed in our prefrontal cortex because this gives us the rational thinking. But whenever there will be life and death situations, yung information is bypassed to our amygdala to immediately evaluate situations and react kung ano man yung suitable. And ayun, there's this arrow na nagka-connect din sa ating yung prefrontal cortex and amygdala. So, ayun. So, sabi niya, chill ka muna, prefrontal cortex, I'm in charge. Yeah. Savior. Okay. Summary, we have only 3 responses. That is the flee or flight, fight, and freeze. And what happens ba? meron tayong 3 friends na tinatap. Merong 3 friends yung amygdala. That is the brainstem in charge of our breathing, heart rate, blood pressure. And yung parts then, midbrain, pons, medulla oblongata. Okay? And we also have this, hippocampus, the creation of new memories. And this is where we store experiences for higher survival chance in case it will happen again. Okay? Parang, alam ko na, lion, wala akong laban. Sige, tatakbo ako. Uy, cheetah, nako, mas mabilis siya. Baka kakagatin ako. Sige, lalaban ako. Or dinosaur, nako, tatago ako. Wala. Kahit tatakbo ako, mahuhuli ako. Ayun. So, or sabihin mo, nako, dinosaur. Friends tayo. Pwede ba yun? Maintindihan ba yun? Anyway. Okay, next. Stress is good. It's for protection, fight, flight, or freeze. It works like a booster, di ba? It's like a nitro sa iyong sasakyan. However, prolonged stress, or shall we say, chronic stress that is more than 30 minutes, di ba? Kasi given 30 minutes, sana buhay ka na. Na you've already, yung danger, matawag dito, you will successfully get rid of danger. It's not good, and there's this chronic stress. So means prolonged stress. So there's that shutdown of your parasympathetic nervous system, which is in charge of your growth, immunity, reproduction, digestion, and other things. Okay? And it affects the heart. Yon, kaya na high blood. Yon, so heart rate and blood pressure affected din. And it damages the brain. At saka yung sobrang damage saan? Hippocampus, nako, it eats your brain. So, summaries. Wait. So, that's it. Basically, this is good. However, prolonged stress, that's the part that is not good. So, given that you already know that stress is harmful for the body, type yes if you do. And you also know that diba, fun fact, knowing that stress is harmful in the body gives you more stress. And it becomes even more harmful because you know that stress is harmful. The risk would increase by 30%, yung delikado sa life mo. Namamatay ka because of stress. Okay. 30% increase yung risk na mamamatay ka because you know that stress is harmful for your body. O, diba? Malalaman mo na delikado ang stress. So sabihin mo, nako, Coach Isa, sana hindi mo na lang pinaalam sa akin. That's why exactly tinanong ko kayo sa first part pa lang, do you already know? Kasi if hindi nyo alam, hindi ko na i-discuss. Yes kayo lahat eh, o, diba? So, okay, next question. Given the facts at hand, do you want to, kasi you cannot eradicate stress eh, you already know that, we all know that. This is a natural response of our body. The only thing that we can do is to minimize it to a minimum, parang to put it into a minimum. Yan. Question is, do you want to manage your stress? Type yes. Do you want to know how? Do you want to know how? Yan, do you want to know how to manage? Okay, yan, yes. Kasi kung ayaw niyo, wala nang next session. Okay, ang walay talaga mag-joke ni Coach Isa. Okay, so here's what you need to look out for the next session. I will teach you. We have, strategies. We have 4 strategies, beautiful strategies on how you can, regain your control. Kasi the one that is in control is your amygdala. How you can transfer the control to your prefrontal brain. Oh, how many of you are curious? Type me in the chat if you are. Paano kaya ipabalik sa prefrontal brain? Minsan nagsasabi si amygdala eh, I got this. Yun pala, akala nila mamamatay sila, yun pala hindi. Yun pala, balik tayo sa prefrontal brain. Okay? Okay. And here's another thing. That is part 2. Okay? Stress management. And just to give you, in our part 3, in our session. I think part 2, it's gonna take 2 sessions because we have different stress management mechanisms. We'll see how it would go. Pero the last time I discussed this, it took us a really long time and parang sobrang it's really draining yung topic na to. So I think I'm gonna put it into half lang. Like first 2 strategies and then the second strategy, last 2 strategies. Yeah, I'm gonna save the best for the last. Anyway, but it's best to know all the 4 because may mga instant stress reliefs kasi. May mga instant and then may mga kailangan ng process. Okay? So I would suggest na you should know all 4 para malaman mo yung ano yung bagay at that certain situation. If naka-free ka ba, ano yung bagay? If naka-fight ka ba, anong bagay? Or if naka-freeze ka ba, anong bagay? Kasi you feel stress and these are the strategies. Now, na-create na natin yung link, di ba? We're gonna connect it na sa next. Oh, many of you are excited. Type excited in the chat. And here's another thing. Ito. Walang excited. Okay. I know you are. I can see it in your faces. Okay. Ito. Future session din. Alam ko na. Ngayon, di ba, I told you how stress, what's the response of our body to stress, and how to manage stress. Your stress, our stress. How about others who are stressed? Paano kaya mag-deal with people who are stressed? Nako, because mind you, even ako, mind blown ako when I knew about this. The way pala we would respond sometimes to other people, lumalala yung stress nila. Lumalala. Hindi tayo nakakatulong. Hindi tayo nakakatulong. I was super mind blown. And to think, alam nyo, oh my gosh, like it's like face palm because I thought I'm helping but I'm making it worse. Ayun, so excited part 2. Type 7 if you are excited again to know about that, how to deal with people who are stressed. Ayun, grabe. Okay. So that's it for tonight, guys. Paunahan sa chat. 3 brave souls. 3 lang kasi wala masyadong time. And kindly, parang 3 minutes maximum per person because, in a while we're gonna have our family prayer. So you can unmute yourself or you can raise your hand. Yan. So 3 brave souls and yan, go. We will end at 9:10. So it's gonna be 3 minutes per person. So if hindi umabot ng 3 minutes, if hindi umabot ngayon, sino mag-volunteer? Like, unmute yourself.
Coach Lisa. Coach Isa.
Go ahead. Okay, hello. Another brave soul talaga to si Mr. Mel. Go ahead.
Yeah. Ang stress kasi, yan, tayo yung nagle-label. Tayo nagle-label sa stress. The way we think of it, sabi nga kung ano yung data natin o yung mga inputs natin bilang ang brain natin is a biocomputer or the CPU compared sa computer, nandito yung data Andito yung ito yung data na kapag nakita natin isang sitwasyon, that's the input. So paano pinaprocess ni brain? Depende sa data available ka. So kaya nga, ibig sabihin, the more you are experienced na sa mga situations na nabibigyan mo ng solusyon, isa kang problem solver. Perfect. So kaya nga, pag sa situation tinignan mo lang sa mababang antas ng ating brain evolution, it becomes stress. Pero pag tinignan mo siya sa higher form, you can respond to the stress and it becomes a solution. So that's it. So stress could be managed rather.
Yon, perfect. Okay, so let's give love naman to Mr. Mel in the chat. Okay. Thank you. So yon. Yeah. So you are using na your rational thinking. Yon. You're gonna be a problem solver, and I completely agree. And by the way, guys, yon. So say ato din ha. This is your biggest takeaway then. Don't be afraid because you are entitled to your own opinions. Yon. So if that's your biggest takeaway, go ahead guys, encourage you. Yan, well said daw, sabi ni Cheryl Laporte. Sabi ni Miss Pinky, love. Ah. Okay, Brave Soul, come on guys. It's 9:03. Go. Unmute yourself. Ano nga? Yung, Brave Souls? Ano ba? Magko-call out ba ako? Now, I want you guys to have freedom. Unmute yourself lang if you're gonna Pero no, ano na muna, para ibang tao naman. But if wala, nako, wala ba talaga? Okay? So, sino? Brave Souls. Oh, yun! Okay, go ahead, Miss Pinky. Sige, I'm gonna put you into spotlight as well.
Yeah, yung takeaway ko ngayon is it's the scientific way of understanding why do we experience this. Kaya lang ako, yung stress, hindi sa iniiwasan. Pag you feel tired, you have to rest.
Mm-hmm.
If you feel na kailangan mong trabahuin yun, tapusin yun, put effort na matapos yun. Para the rest of the day, wala nang stress, di ba? That's how I do it. Tapos pag galit naman ako, I would rather not talk. Kasi ang sa akin is, pag galit ka kasi, you can say things na
you will regret.
You will regret eh. Yung sa akin, kahit magbabalik-baligtad ka dyan sa kalye, you can never you can never take it back.
Back, yes.
Yung nasabi mo.
Hmm.
So I would rather na, o kung galit siya, hindi ayoko mag-clash. Siguro that's how we can call it yung freeze. Kumaga, mag-distance muna kayo. Pag cool kayong pareho, pwede kayong mag-usap. Pwede nyong pagtawanan. Pwede nyong i-discuss. Pero pag galit kayong pareho, you will say things na you will regret.
Yun, and that
hindi mo na ma-take back yun.
Yan, perfect.
Yung ano ko.
Yeah, I love it. Okay, let's give love naman to Miss Pinky. And you know what? That's basically the application of transferring from amygdala. Kasi galit kayo di ba? Your amygdala is in control. And kung kumalma kayo, who's in control? Prefrontal cortex. Ayun. So, yeah, that's it. So, okay. Sino pa ba? Last person, last brave soul.
I want to also to contribute.
Go. Sige.
Eto. I guess na the importance of having this stress na pinag-uusapan natin is dito natin mag-gauge on how we love ourselves. How are we aware of who we are? Ayun. Kasi kapag hindi ba natin napapansin na kapag may naging problema tayo sa na matagal ng panahon, pag hindi pinag-uusapan niyo, minsan pinagtatawanan na lang natin. Di ba? Kumbaga, tinatawanan na natin yun. So, this is just a way we see things eh. It's not just a paradigm shift. How we see things, dyan tayo nagkakaroon ng stress or distress or eustress, which is a positive stress. Ganun lang. So, basically, yun yung mag-evolve tayo. Yung ating makilala natin who we are, ano yung ating pwedeng magawa. So, I guess, yung stress doon is just isa lang pangyayari na pwede nating sabihin sa sarili natin, ay sisiw lang yan.
Perfect. Yan. So yan din yung ating topic naman sa stress management. It's not life-threatening. Are you gonna die? Ayun, di ba? Okay. So, sinihintay. Thank you so much. Another love naman for Mr. Mel. Okay, sino na ba yung yung wait lang. I think na mute si Mr. Mel. May sasabihin ka ba, Mr. Mel? Okay na ba 'yon? Ay. Joke lang. Ano nangyari?
Okay na yun.
Okay. Thank you so much. Ayun, let's give love naman sa chat. And last but not the least. Okay.
Hello, Ma'am Isa.
Oh,
Oo.
hello, Miss
Para
Mildred.
bago naman.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, let's give some encouragement sa chat for Miss Mildred.
yeah.
Okay, go.
Actually, every time na ikaw, very interesting talaga yung mga topic mo, Coach Isa.
Wow, thank you.
Because I am a psychology graduate, medyo ma-relate ko yung mga topic mo eh.
Wow.
Actually, yung ano ko talaga, parang self-realization ko ngayon, sa totoo lang, when it comes to stress, parang ang dating sa sarili ko is negative siya na word para sa akin.
Mm-hmm.
But now, I realize na, sabi nga ni partner Mel, it depends pala kung ano yung definition natin sa stress. Kaya lang, sad to say, some of the people, parang pag may stress sila, siguro more than 30 minutes or medyo ilang weeks na, di ba, ang iba tawag niyan, parang mag-give up na or shall I say, magpakamatay, parang ganon. Pero para sa akin, yung self-realization ko lang is, it depends on how to respond the danger. Depende talaga sa atin yan. And siguro, spiritually, it is very important na may connection talaga tayo sa Diyos.
Amen.
Para pagdating na may unos yung life natin, alam natin kung paano natin i-control yung problema. Yan lang po.
Yeah, perfect. Connect to our source. So let's give some love. I'm loving talaga. Grabe. You guys never fail talaga to amaze me with such realization. Ayun. So thank you so much. And I'm really happy that you got so much value. Did you learn a lot ba the past an hour and a half? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. Oh, okay. Ayun. So, yeah. Go. Yan. Thumbs up, you guys. Thank you so much. Okay. Thank you so much, love. I'm giving you virtual hugs. Thank you so much. Ayun. So, I'm loving this. I'm loving this crowd. And ayun, it's really, how do I say this? Really intimate. Ayun. So, see you guys next week for our session 2 of Understanding the Brain to Cope with Stress. Ayun. Thank you so much. Oh, wait, dapat may pa-music tayong exit natin, di ba? And I hope enjoy the rest of the week. Today is a holiday. And ayun, enjoy tomorrow and let's welcome the weekend the coming days. So thank you so much. Live, laugh, love. Have a great day. It's a great day. And oh, don't forget. Wait. Pause muna. Post your biggest takeaway. And ayun, to encourage others also to participate and to take advantage of this personal development and mindset mastery. This is another way of approach. And ayun, so, iba to compared to other personal development and mindset mastery courses and events. So, ayun. So, I encourage you guys, use the hashtag Coach Isa, hashtag PDMM, and hashtag yan, extreme success is a great day. Char, grabe, ang daming hashtag naman. Basta yan, Coach Isa, hashtag Coach Isa. And thank you so much, guys. Live, laugh, love. Thank you so much. God bless.